Cesc Fabregas, Thierry Henry, and a billionaire from Indonesia have one thing in common: Como. Fabregas and Henry are the faces of the project, whilst Hartano brothers are funding their plans. Their tobacco company is worth around 50 billion. In just 6 seasons, Como went from 12th in the 3rd division up to the 10th in the Serie A. Now their most recent signings resemble a team like Brighton, who focus on hidden gems. Top signing this summer is Jesus Rodriguez from Real Betis for 22.5 million, a 19-year-old top talent for the left wing. After that, Nicolas Kuhn from Celtic has been signed for 19 million, a 25-year-old right winger who managed to get 26 goal contributions playing for Celtic. Before that, the signing of the next Luka Modric. Martin Baturina from Dinamo Zagreb was announced, who got 19 goal contributions from the attacking midfield. The target for Como now will be European football. Can Cesc Fabregas and his players push into a top 6 finish next season as the next step towards dominating Italian football for years to come? My friends, let's begin by taking a look at the performance of Como individually and also as a group first. As a team, they finished in the 10th position, as I mentioned, with 49 points, quite far away from the top 6 in order to get European football. In terms of goals, Patrick Cutrone, the former Wonder Kid, Italian Wonder Kid who had like up to 88 potential. He is the one leading the line, 8 goals and 4 assists. But then also Diao, who had joined them from Real Betis last season, another one of those signings that is just under the radar, but people know this guy could be amazing. So I'm very excited to have him in the club. We also have Strefeza right here, who's done quite well, but this is a special one. Nico Paz, they have signed from Real Madrid. This kid is a special player who's probably going to be sold for, I would say, at least 40 million, possibly 50 if he goes for another season at Como and they push into the European spots. But it's not just youngsters in this team. We have players like Pepe Reina, 42 years old. We have Sergio Roberto, 33. We have the likes of Alberto Moreno, 32 years old. So you can just tell that this team has combined the strength of youth and experience at the same time. And I do think they will continue doing that moving forward. Let's begin with the news. Como will keep Maximo Perrone also next season from Manchester City. They have an option to extend the loan for another year, but they're also apparently working on signing him permanently. On top of it, they also just announced the signing of Alex Valle from Barcelona. He was in the team on loan. Now it's a permanent deal for about 6 million euros. And on top of it, Ignace van der Bremt, the Belgian defender, has been signed permanently as well for about 6 million. I've only been given a budget of 9 million euros going into the next season, and I guess it kind of makes sense because Como already spent a lot of money going into this year. Starting off with Baturina, 80 rated, 22 years old, 77 pace, 80 passing, 84 dribbling, with a bunch of amazing play styles. But here's the question: where is he gonna play? Because Paz is obviously the attacking midfielder. He basically plays all over the pitch when you look at his heat map. And Baturina likes to play in that cam position too, but more off of the left. If you look at his heat map at Dinamo Zagreb, it's more on that left-hand side. So I'm wondering, are they going to switch to a different formation where he can be played alongside Nico Paz? Because surely you have to. Now moving on to Jesus Rodriguez from Real Betis, 19 years old, 86 pace, 76 dribbling, 6'1", no play styles, but extremely talented. He's up to 86 potential on FC25 already. And now moving to Como, this could be one of those talents that everyone ends up buying into their career modes. And let's not forget Jadon Adai, who has joined from AZ Alkmaar. Known about this kid for a little bit. He has always been somewhat of a top talent over there at AZ, and now it's interesting to see him make that move over to Italy. 89 pace on him. He has decent shooting, good dribbling, left-footed. He has 2 play styles on him. Someone that we definitely need to build up until Strefeza inevitably becomes too old for us. So that would be ideal. We can have Adai on one side, or actually have Rodriguez in there and use Adai as a backup to the likes of Diao and also Rodriguez. More info for you on the team. Simone Verdi has actually been released. Yes, that has happened. And on top of it, this man, Fumagalli, has apparently gone out on loan, so I've sent him out on loan as well. Also, Como is looking to sell Belotti and Cutrone. Apparently, Cutrone is close to joining Sassuolo. Belotti close to joining Benfica, possibly after a loan spell over there. Abildgaard, they want to get rid of as well on a permanent sale. So I'm going to sell all these players and then make my decisions moving forward. So now all of them have been sold and loaned out. I have to admit though, I nearly forgot about one of the most important signings. Nicolas Kuhn. Put him into the team. 80 rated, 25 years old, left-footed, 90 pace, 76 shooting, 73 passing, 83 dribbling. Coming in with some great play styles. And that is where I'm looking at the team and realizing it's a good team. But I don't have a striker now. I do have Duvikas, who I personally have seen play in the Eredivisie. If I'm not mistaken, he played in there. He was kind of decent there. After that, he moved to, I think it was Celta Vigo or something like that, where he kind of flopped. But anyways, it's looking decent, I guess. It's not amazing, but we can work with that. And as we go down the list here, I realize that the centre-backs are not high-rated enough, and they are older. And there's no way I'm going to say this man's name on the video. Not happening. Don't even try. And so I've decided to sign Dve Jr. Samson Dve is coming in from Victoria Pilsen. Yes, this is a transfer I had to make happen because Como likes to sign players that are under the radar. And this is one of them. This guy's been performing extremely well over there in the Czech league, and yeah, it just made sense to me. I think Como have scouts that really pay attention to numbers. It feels like they're playing Moneyball, basically, and that's what I want to do as well. Bringing in a 76 rated right-sided centre-back. Comes in at the age of 23, 74 pace on him, 75 defending, 76 physicality, and he does have the intercept playstyle. Fits the profile of the team perfectly in terms of age with the more attacking players in our squad. And yeah, I'm very happy about this signing. It just had to happen, and it still leaves me with another 19 million to spend to replace someone like Kempf, who can actually just become a backup for our team. So to put Kempf onto the bench, we are signing Gaston Alvarez, a Uruguayan centre-back who currently is playing in the Saudi league, so it just makes sense. Let's bring him over to Europe. This guy is very, very talented. And now he's a part of the Como project. 15.7 million I had to pay for him. Basically spent all my money on this deal. And he comes in at a 77, my friends. Left-footed centre-back, 6 foot tall, 75 pace, 78 defending, 77 physicality with jockey and bruiser. I am extremely happy with the signings that we have now made to improve this team. And I also found out that Duvikas actually had a bunch of goals and assists for the team. I believe like 10 goal contributions. So we're fine. We're good to go. Just need to change Paz's position into a center midfield because that's what he needs to play in this team. And hopefully it's all going to be good for us. And so I wanted to test our strength going up against champions Napoli in our first game. And well, it didn't go too well. Where the hell is my defense? I mean, how is Osimhen able to run through completely by himself 33 minutes into the game? And it wasn't the only time he ran through. A perfect pass for Osimhen and a perfect finish. We were getting crushed under the pressure of Napoli at home. No chance against them, even though I did try my best, and Duvikas had a good chance, but it wasn't good enough. Our team is losing against Napoli, realizing there's still a long way to go until we become champions. And so the season is over and we kind of sucked. Lads, we came in into the 11th position, 48 points, -5 on the goal difference. At the top, it's Inter with 88 points this time around. Whilst in our starting 11, Diao has flown up to an 80. Kuhn, 83. Duvikas has gone up. Like, generally speaking, it's a good-looking team. But the right-back position, Sergio Roberto, going down in his stats. And Vale obviously only starting off with a 71 rating. He's far off from becoming a top player as we speak. So we might have to address that issue as we do move forward. Statistically speaking, Kuhn has been our top player, supported by Duvikas. Diao has done well. Baturina, 10 goal contributions his first season around. And yes, he did have Dele Alli in the team, getting 5 goal contributions. I completely didn't register that because he doesn't have a freaking picture. Why? I don't know. But he's now 30 years old, playing for Como. I wonder, is he going to continue doing so next season? Because I've just checked his stats and he only played 1 game for 10 minutes. In the new season, they're giving us 17.7 million. And looking at my team, as much as I like this kid and I want to give him the play time, we need to improve there. And Roberto has now retired. Vojvoda, another 31-year-old, is taking over the position because Van der Bremt is not growing fast enough. So I probably need to sort out the left back position and maybe sort out the right back position as well if this guy down here is not going to grow. And I need to send some of the youngsters out on loan so they don't just rot away at our club. Since Como has been going for experience at times, I'm going for it as well. Guerrero is joining us from Bayern Munich. The left back who can also play in midfield is the one I've chosen. 32 years old. We can get at least one good season out of him, I'm hoping. And he comes in at quite a price tag. Smolcic plus 15 million euros. But I just had to make it happen, lads. He comes in at a price rating of B and an actual rating of 81. Huh? He was just an 82 rating a second ago. Anyways, it's fine. That's okay. He has a left foot on him, not the most amount of pace, amazing passing and dribbling ability, and a bunch of great play styles. I am truly hoping that this will take us to the next level. And I'm honestly looking at that right back spot and thinking, let me use the rest of my millions, put this Vojvoda guy into the deal as well, and get myself a proper right back. Again, another one who has experience until our players grow. And so I've decided to go for an Italian this time. It is Lazzari from Lazio joining us for that right back position to strengthen our team with experience and, of course, a higher rating. He comes in for 6 million plus Vojvoda, which is perfect. His contract was running out, so I'm very happy about this deal. There we go. And his actual rating, 79. This is quite the upgrade. He comes in straight away with 93 pace at that age. Wow. 75 passing, 81 dribbling. Not the best defender, 5'9". Really good qualities for a player moving forward, but this should be good enough. I mean, come on. Can we please push into the top 8 in this upcoming season? Last season, we lost against Napoli when we stepped onto the pitch. This time, with Guerrero's help, I'm hoping to do better. Well, we stepped up against AC Milan and Baturina and Nico Paz were dominating the midfield and Nico Paz decided, I'm gonna be a hero. Top right corner, no chance for Magnon, who's obviously a world-class keeper. I mean, that finish right there is just so good. And as we moved on, he kept going. Duvikas in the 48th minute crushes AC Milan's hopes of coming back into this game. And this is starting to give me hope. Is Como going to be able to finish in the top 8? And due to better performances, we are finding ourselves in a top 6. Qualified for Conference League football with 75 points. Just one more victory. And we could have actually surpassed a team like Juventus. So we are slowly getting there, and that is what the Como billionaire owners want from this team. And as we go into the team, well, Diao, 83. Kuhn, 84. A little bit of growth, not that much. We have Baturina going up to an 84. Duvikas up to an 81. He's now 27 years old. We have one player who is stagnating, which is Kakere. So next season, I'm going to turn him into a backup player and probably sign a top player for that spot. We have Nico Paz on an 81. Alvarez and Dve on the 81 as well. Aldero is doing quite well at the age of 30. But ideally, I need to sign someone to replace him in the future. And well, Duvikas is our top scorer, but I want to showcase you this. Guerrero, 9-5 this season. Lazzari, 7-1. Both of these guys going down in their ratings, but have performed really well for us. So signing them actually worked out. And I gotta show you something crazy. Fumagalli, who has been out on loan for a long time now, up to a 76, blah, blah, blah. This is insane. Perrone, out on loan at Bournemouth. +8. This man must have been on fire over there. Looking forward to getting him back. Kakere, you are out. This man is in. Adai, 77 rated. Rodriguez, 80 rated now, with Vale up to a 78. So I don't even have to buy that many players. This is why Como signs young players. We can use them down the line. And Vale is fit for us now. This season, we have 50 million to work with, my friends. And yes, Guerrero is going down in his stats, and so is Lazzari. But for Guerrero, we do have Vale. He's going to take over that position, and by the end of this season, he's going to be over 80 rated. And for the right back position, well, there, we do have Van de Bremt, who has now gone up to a 77. He's 25 years old. It's not perfect, but you can still get a good bunch of years, like 7 good years out of him. So I'm going to give him the chance to play in that position. If he goes up to an 80 rating by the end of this season, I'm going to go ahead and keep him. But what do I do with the 50 million? Especially when you consider that Perrone has now joined in and he's higher rated than Nico Paz, which is absolutely mental to me. Like, how the hell did he grow +8 in one season? But I don't know what I don't know if you guys are going to agree with me here. I'm not happy with Duvikas. Every time I play with the team, he feels very clunky. Like, he does have 87 pace, 85 shooting, but his dribbling is on a 74. He's 6'1". He feels very clunky, and I just feel like this team deserves a little bit better. I hope you guys are going to be okay with that. 22 goals and 2 assists in Ligue 2. A player that has been signed by Bournemouth and loaned back out to the Ligue 2 team. This, my friends, is of course Eli Junior Krupi. I think this guy is incredible. Ever since I've seen him play for the first time, I've been excited to see where he ends up playing in the future. I'm hoping that Bournemouth actually gives him a chance in the upcoming season. He comes into our team at a 77 rating, which obviously isn't insane. Duvikas is on an 81. I'm going to sell Duvikas. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put Krupi into the starting 11, have Ozon as competition in there, who's an original of the team. 21 years old at this stage, 85 pace, 77 shooting, but 83 dribbling alongside the finesse shot. This guy could be a very special player that many clubs want to sign in the future, hence why I think this is the perfect player for Como. Welcome into the team, Krupi. This season, I decided to step into European football. Europa League against Arsenal. Kuhn was on fire. And what a pass and what a jump from Krupi. That was his first European goal. Scoring it for Como must have meant a lot to him right there. Look at that jump. Keeper coming out, not able to get there. The vertical is too high. And Krupi gets there first, making it 1-0. It wasn't the only goal. Diao played a beautiful pass into Krupi, who finishes it after chesting it down. He had beaten Arsenal 3-1 in the Europa League. This surely means something. This season we've done quite well. Como is in a second position in the Serie A, 81 points, up against AC Milan, who are going ahead and winning the title, just 2 points behind them. 52 on the goal difference though, which is clearly the best in the league. We were up in the Europa League final against Ferencváros. We won that game 3-0. Como are European champions. And I gotta tell you, the team looks much better now. But Van der Bremt stuck below the 80. So as I said, I'm gonna get in a new right back into the team. And now that we're European champions, we can probably bring in a bunch of really good players as well and justify those types of signings. But man, is this team looking great. I'm very happy that Krupi has gone up to an 81 as well. He's only 21 years old. Our team looks ever so solid. Let's go ahead and make some big decisions soon. But take a look at Diao. He comes in with 50 goal contributions in 61 games. Krupi only played half of the season, has 24 goals. Nico passed 21-10 and 14-10 from Nicolas Kuhn. Even though I could have signed anyone because our budget is over 100 million, I opted in to sign someone that not many people will know because I wanted to kind of keep it the Como way. This is it, lads. Diogo Travassos joining us for 13 million. And because he is unknown, obviously he's not going to be as high rated, but he's 80 rated. And that means we're going to have a competition in that right back position from this point on. Van der Bremt is up against it. 88 pace on this man, 81 dribbling, 73 defending, 78 physicality, 5'9" tall. Portuguese lad has now joined into our team, and I do think he's going to be a good one. Now I want to go in and bring in a backup goalkeeper for Aldeiro, who's been doing really well so far, but I want him to be challenged as well. And so Desplanches is joining us. Desplanches, how do you even pronounce his name? Anyways, doesn't matter. He's Italian, which makes the name even weirder, but here he comes. Sebastiano Desplanches. I don't know. 31 million I have paid for this man as he comes in at an 81 rating. That was his release clause, so we got a bit lucky right there. But he comes in with an 81 rating, which obviously is huge. Guerrero and Lazari are not good enough anymore for our bench even at this stage. I mean, actually, I'm going to keep Guerrero in there. But this man comes in at just the age of 25. Left-footed, 6'2" tall. Has the cross-claimer on him as well. Put some pressure on Aldeiro if you can, please. That would be very much appreciated. But I am expecting us to start winning more trophies now that we have won the Europa League. Well, I wanted trophies, but yeah, that didn't work out. 74 points, 10 points behind AS Roma. I thought we were ready to win the Serie A title finally. Coppa Italia, we weren't part of it. And in the Champions League, Sporting kicked us out. And well, look at the team. This is a ridiculously good team led by Kuhn on an 88. Actually, no, Baturina, 89 rated, highest rated player in our team. And our defense is looking very solid. Travassos Carlos, 84 rated, lowest rated one right there. Audero has gone up to an 85, which is impressive. The backup goalkeeper is up to an 85 as well. Oh man, that's going to be quite a thing here. There's a big battle going on for the goalkeeping position, but we need this type of competition. Top goal scorer once again is Diao. Kuhn follows him, and then Krupi with 20 and 3. Perone doing really well from centre midfield alongside pass 2. Let me start by saying things kind of changed this season. We have won Coppa Italia against Atalanta in the finale. And it doesn't stop there. The squad has also finally won the Serie A title with 87 points. 66 goals scored, which is a bit of a lower number there. But you've only conceded 32. Making up a very, very strong defense is probably the most important thing throughout the season. But then things got interesting. Como finished 19th in the Champions League phase, which is obviously terrible. In the playoffs, however, we faced Chelsea, beat them 3-0, which was extremely impressive. Won 3-0 at home, held them to a 0-0 draw away from home. Round of 16, it was Benfica. First game, 1-0 victory at home. Second game, 2-0 away. And that is very impressive again. Quarterfinals, Barcelona, 3-1 victory. So 2-1 in the 2-0 in the first match, and then a 1-1 draw, making it us going through once again. And then in the semi-finals, somehow I faced Stade Rennais, which turned out to be a 2-1 victory for us, as Bayern Munich beats PSG, two French teams in a Champions League semi-final, but none of them make it through. It is Bayern Munich against Como. This is what the Indonesian billionaire would have loved to see, and he's aiming to get there one day. They are spending big money, lads. This whole Como project is not going away. Especially when you consider that we have a ridiculously strong team now with Travassos on a red card. Why? Okay, so Champions League finale, I will have to play Van der Bremt. That is, kind of bad, but then again, I guess it's okay. He is part of the original team anyways, but Krupi on an 88, very happy with him. He has been exceptional since bringing him into the squad. Kuna's gone up to a 90. He now has the technical plus, which in my opinion is the most useless playstyle when you play against AI. Let me know, like, in your guys' opinion in the comments down below on career mode gameplay, which playstyle is like the most effective one that you use and love to use. Anyways, moving over to the left-hand side, Diao could have had a playstyle plus if he went up to a 90, but he looks amazing there on that 89. 93 pace, 89 passing, 89 dribbling. Baturina, the next Modric, so to say, 89 pace, 94 passing, 93 dribbling. Saying the next Modric, by the way, Arda Güler has been doing exceptionally at Real Madrid lately under Xabi Alonso. I love to see that, obviously, as someone who has Turkish origins as well. How do you guys feel about Arda Güler at Real Madrid right now? Do you think he's going to be that guy in that midfield? I feel like he is, you know. But yeah, Perone, 89. Nico Paz, 90. Talking about Real Madrid, obviously former Real Madrid player. Vale up to an 88. Alvarez and Dver looking solid. Obviously Van den Bremt coming in with 87 pace and some really good stats, so he's going to be able to hold himself in that finale. And Desplanches coming in, or Desplanches, however you want to pronounce it. For whatever reason, I want to pronounce it in like a French way. But Rodriguez here from Betis, again, just like Diao, 85 rated at this stage, which has me kind of hyped. So I'm very happy to have him in there. Apart from that, though, could have done better in terms of like bringing in more players towards the end of this season, or at least like this transfer window. I should have bought a bunch of players, but I just trusted the squad and it has worked out. But if I need impact substitutes, I only really have Rodriguez. And well, statistically, Nico Paz from center midfield. Wow, 27 and 5. Kuhn, 23 and 9 from him. Diao, 19 and 16. Krupi, 16 and 1. I honestly don't know who'd be winning the Ballon d'Or here, because obviously Nico Paz, because he's a midfielder, he cannot win the Ballon d'Or, which EA desperately need to fix. This is so silly. And then we have Kuhn, Diao, and Krupi coming up with some good numbers. I guess Diao probably would be the one deserving it the most, but then again, Kuhn has put up some great numbers as well. If Krupi wins it, I'd be shocked. I mean, 16 and 1 and the Ballon d'Or would be ridiculous. And here's the Bayern squad. Marcos Leonardo up top, Musiala at cam. Oh man, It was so painful seeing it. I don't know if you guys know already, but everyone was basically talking about it in the past few days. Musiala got injured. Donnarumma just jumped into his leg and broke his ankle. And seeing that, terrible. Honestly, I feel so bad for the young lad. He just came back from an injury as well. I think he was out for like 3 months, and now he's back. I'm looking forward to the new season. I'm already dreaming of Olise and Musiala combining again. What happens? Guy breaks his leg, basically. Man, it's terrible. He's going to be out for like 4 or 5 months probably before he's like able to play full 90s again. Probably going to take him like 7 months or whatever. But yeah, Akliush has joined them. Palhinha, Goretzka, Alphonso Davies. Looking pretty solid right there. Bunch of good players on the bench as well, including Leon, who, by the way, was signed by Manchester United. Something I didn't really catch. I'm not kidding you when I say this. Only like a night has passed since I recorded the last clip for this video. And Como has been linked to at least 3 more players. I mean, when is it going to end? Anyways, here we go, lads. Let's see if Como can pick up the Champions League trophy. We have started dominating Italy. Can we do the same to Europe? The Indonesian billionaires would be quite happy seeing that. Kuhn. Oh, through the legs of Alphonso Davies. How the hell did he do that? How do you not score? Nice. Good steal. Move it. Baturina. Perone. Lovely movement from Perone. Amazing pass. I need Diao to join in here. This is it. Yes. Krupi. He's going past people. Why did I cut in again? It's all good. Nicolas Kuhn is right there to pick up the pieces. I don't know what the hell I've just done there. Honestly, lads. Bayern Munich's defense just fell apart. Fabregas is a happy man. Nice. Kuhn. There he goes. Going for Krupi. Krupi holding his run to get this volley off. Good save by Shevchuk. Kuhn. Love that steal. Into Krupi. Eli. Junior. Krupi. What a save. Diaz right here. Taking on the defender. 1v1. Wait, we're still going. I don't know how. Dial brings the crossover. Finish from Krupi. Nicolas Kuhn picks up the ball. Plays a beautiful pass over to Krupi, who's trying to get past people to finally score his own goal, but it doesn't happen. It's okay, though. Como have won the Champions League. It has been a joy to build up this club. Fabregas is a partial owner of the club as well, so he's probably cashing in a decent check too. And the Ballon d'Or goes to Assane Diao. What? Okay. I guess he's the one to take it, which I'm happy with. He's an extremely talented player. He's the one to pick up the Ballon d'Or. After winning so many trophies, Como pick up yet another one. Thank you so much for watching. This was a ton of fun to record. Como is truly coming for Italian football. They want to go straight to the top. It's going to be an interesting journey. Good luck, Como. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Take care and peace.